players who compete in European Super League will be barred from international competitions. And you know what that means. For you to represent your national team, you have to ensure that you stay out of this. And if you do, then you no longer play for your national team. So only club football you'll be playing. So it is really, really a difficult time. But then let's see what will come out from this. With those who are planning to have the Super League, go ahead and go against what FIFA has said, or would they follow what FIFA has said and put that plan aside? Let's watch and see how things will unfold. Yes, we've been waiting for the Tokyo 2020 games that have been postponed to this year to start, but from what we are getting, the president of the World Athletics president, his name is Lord Sebastian Coe. He has said that the games may have to be held behind closed doors. I don't know how they're going to do that, because this is a massive event where you need to have people around and all that cheering their sportsmen and women. But let's see if they'll be able to do that, because we are getting reports that it might not hold. But he is the president, and he has given his own side of the story that it could be heard behind closed doors. Talking about transfer, where Martin Odegaard, who wanted to go to Real Sociedad, right now the club Real Madrid has said that he should go to Arsenal because they cannot threaten their rival. I'm looking at Real Sociedad. When the season started, they were in fine form. So they are also fighting for the title, to retain the title. So selling a fantastic player, though Ozil has left, and it could be the one to fit into Ozil's position. So let's see what will happen. They are still discussing. A decision has not been reached, and we'll still be giving you other gossip stories as far as transfer is concerned. But there's one that is complete right now. That is Arsenal. They've gotten a backup goalkeeper, Matt Ryan from Brighton and Hove Albion. Good evening, and once again, welcome to your favorite sports show on radio. It is Sports Fiesta, reaching you live on 2.7 KFM down here in Benin City. My name is Ewusa Agwekana, the Sports Maestro, and I've got Salihu Ibrahim, the Bracadabra Sports, with me on the show this evening. Ibrahim, welcome to the show, and let's begin from what FIFA said earlier today. The World Football Governing Body, they have said that players who compete in the European Super League will be banned from international competitions, and FIFA and the 6 confederations, including UEFA, reiterated that such a competition would not be recognized, and talks have taken place rather over the members-only concept, which it could be a threat to the Champions League.
Yeah, FIFA are the World Football Governing Body, and I think they're just flexing their muscles here and telling anybody who thinks they can have a breakaway league, because they know that this might affect FIFA revenue, and that's why they have come out to say, no, we cannot have this. This is not the first time that the Super League has been muted. Even way back in the 1980s, they muted this, and there was, of course, some opposition to it. In fact, when the UEFA Champions League was rebranded and it began this current format in 1992, there were worries that it might lead to, a drop in the quality, or maybe even could lead to the death of the league football as we currently have it in Europe. But we know that it didn't work out that way. Instead, it has even strengthened it. The UEFA Champions League is the most lucrative football club competition in the world. It is the most popular football club competition in the world. Everybody wants to play in the Champions League. Everybody wants to win the Champions League, because you know it is a money-spinning competition. If you fail to qualify for the Champions League, you know how much you will be missing, and if you qualify for the Champions League, you know how much you will be getting. So there have been talks about this UEFA Super League. It really came to the fore in 2018 when there was this newspaper in Germany, Der Spiegel. They got hold of some papers which was released by football leagues, and they saw that there were documents that have been exchanged among some of these clubs, big clubs in Europe, who had discussed having a breakaway league, and they said it was going to be 16 teams that will be played in this European Super League. And the biggest problem to UEFA, or the biggest threat to UEFA, was that UEFA will not even be part of it. And UEFA, FIFA, UEFA, CAF, CONMEBOL, CONCACAF. These 6 confederations are what come together to form FIFA. So FIFA, UEFA, CAF, and everything. But there could be times when UEFA could stand as a body and say, and we know that UEFA is the strongest and the richest body inside the football conglomerate that is FIFA. But this time it appears that UEFA are with FIFA in this. When you check those who were part of the meeting today and after that were kind of like co-signatories to this statement that was released today, Alexander Seferin, the president of UEFA, was there. Lambert Maltok, the president of the Oceania Football Confederation, was there. Alejandro Dominguez, the president of CONMEBOL, signed. Vittorio Mantagliani, the CONCACAF president, was also there. Constant Omari, who is the CAF acting president, you know that Ahmed is currently under international ban, so he couldn't go. So it was Constant Omari who signed. Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, who is the Asian Football Confederation, was also part of it. And of course, the boss of all bosses, Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, was also part of this. And basically what they are telling anybody or any club that will get involved in this is that they will not participate in FIFA competitions. And of course, you know the biggest FIFA competition in the world is the FIFA World Cup. So any player or any club, any body, any confederation, any federation that gets involved in anything that is going to be a breakaway Super League. Yeah, right now the focus is on UEFA, but I think basically they are saying anywhere in the world, whether it is CAF. If we now start having this, I will say, okay, let us have a CAF Super League. The same thing is going to happen. You will not play in FIFA organized competition. So that is the thing. And as FIFA has said, FIFA and all its 6 confederations, which we have mentioned, Asian Football Confederation, Confederation of African Football, the CONCACAF, CONMEBOL, Oceania Football Confederation, and UEFA. These are the 6 confederations that make up FIFA. So they have said FIFA, the World Football Governing Body, and these 6 confederations are not in support of a breakaway Super League. So what they were planning before, the UEFA Super League, as I mentioned earlier, they said it was going to be made up of 16 teams, and of course they said 11 of the teams will be given immunity from relegation for the first 20 years, but the others, I think 5 they could be relegated at the end of the end of every season. So as I mentioned, the Spiegel revealed that a 16-team tournament was going to be planned for it to begin as early as this year, 2020. The competition is planned to be similar to the UEFA Champions League, but they said that UEFA will play no part in it. Teams will play in a group stage, followed by knockout rounds, and then the winner will claim a European Super League championship title. That is what they say. And of course, the format of the competition was going to favor some of the strongest clubs in Europe. So of the 16 teams contesting the competition, 11 of them will be labeled as core founding clubs. And those 11, they will be guaranteed their place in the UEFA Super League for 20 years, and they will be immune to relegation. Then the other 5 will be relegated, and then others will be promoted. So this is what they said. And it was discovered that some of the clubs that have already taken part, although many of them have come out to deny that they are not a part of this: Barcelona, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Juventus, AC Milan, Paris Saint-Germain, and Bayern Munich. Wow. So these are the clubs that would have been deemed the core founding members of the Super League. And if all of these clubs
leave their domestic leagues and start playing, then what do
in
you
the Super League? Then it means that league football, as you know it right now in the world, will be gone. So according to the statement, the 5 guest clubs that they were trying to bring in were Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Inter Milan, Marseille, and AS Roma.
These are still big laws.
Yeah, so, and this is what they were proposing, given the documents that were leaked. So FIFA, I think maybe they feel like the rumors will not go away. It keeps coming, and there were some big organizations, corporate organizations, that were willing to put money in this, and there were talks that, look, if the money, if they these clubs actually see money on the table, they will just break away and go and play in the Super League. Although, as I said, Bayern Munich and some other clubs have come up to vehemently deny it, and they said they don't want anything to do with it. But I think FIFA is basically just telling everybody that, look, we are in charge, we control world football, and this is not going to be very good for us. In fact, even many fans have come out to say, look, the competitions are becoming too much. Next season, next season, they are going to start a UEFA Conference League, which is going to be a third tier, just like, you know, in the past we used to have the European Cup, which is now the Champions League. We used to have the UEFA Cup, which of course is the current Europa League. Then we had the Cup Winners' Cup, which merged with the UEFA Cup to be the Europa League right now. So before we had 3 continental championships. UEFA, after scrapping the Cup Winners' Cup or merging it with the UEFA Cup, they are now basically going back, because they are going to have a conference league, which will be for teams that finish in a particular place during the season. So that is the situation. FIFA having to put their foot down and say, no, we are not going to accept this. But I don't know whether it is even legal for FIFA to issue this threat, because UEFA, they've got, as I said, they are the strongest confederation out there, and there are certain laws, labor laws in UEFA, which guarantees certain privileges to the clubs, to the players, and everything. So if they look at this and come together and they feel that FIFA is interfering where they do not have the powers, because this, you are basically telling a player, you can't do this with your life, and if the clubs feel that this is what they want to do, and they are not infringing on the right of anybody, they can as well go ahead and do that. But for FIFA, who are the World Football Governing Body, to say they will not participate in any competition that is organized by FIFA, which means, of course, they cannot play in the FIFA Club World Cup. But then, as individual players, you will now not be selected by your national teams. It's going to be a huge problem. I don't think many players in the world would want to, if you give them the choice, to deliberately miss the World Cup. There are some of the greatest players in the world that we know who did not play at the World Cup. Eric Cantona, one of them. In 1994, they failed to qualify, and of course in 1998 had issues with the French national team, and even retired. I think he retired in 1997, and so could not play at the World Cup. So there are so many other great players who didn't play at the World Cup, and they regret it till this day. They feel that something is missing from their career. So if you now ban players just because they participate in a competition,
how will you not have it?
Well, they might want to. No, but the thing now is, how many players do you know right now in the world who would say yes, they don't care about the World Cup, except maybe those who have played and they are about to retire, have even maybe won the World Cup and what have you. Cristiano Ronaldo wants to still play in the World Cup. Lionel Messi wants to play in the World Cup. So if you tell them now that because you play,
they'll tell you guys, you not achieve,
you will not play in the World Cup. I don't know how they will accept that.
Okay, for former Barcelona president Josep Maria Bartomeu, he said he had accepted the proposals, knowing full well that FIFA has also said before that his new format for the Club World Cup had the backing of the same confederation. So let's see how things will go now that FIFA has come out.
The La Liga president has vehemently criticized this. They don't want that at all. But of course, nobody would want something that would rival and even threaten its own existence. Because if this UEFA Super League, the European Super League, is if it sees the light of day, league football as we know it, I mean, if Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, they pull out of the English Premier League. How many people would want to even watch the English Premier League? If Barcelona and Real Madrid do not play in the Spanish La Liga and they decide to play in the UEFA Super League,
even Atletico, having Atletico as well.
But let's even concentrate on the 11 before we now talking about clubs like Atletico. How many would want to even watch the La Liga? And then you go to the German Bundesliga where you have Bayern Munich pulling out and Borussia Dortmund being one of the 5 that will potentially also join them. You go to the Italian Serie A, AC Milan, Juventus. So these things, it's not. Honestly, if they succeed in doing this, it's going to kill league football as we know it, except if there will be a compromise somehow that these clubs could be playing in the Super League and also playing in the domestic league, which is something that is going to be too much. Fans are even saying there is perhaps maybe even too much football. Well, not too much football in terms of seeing the action, but maybe the competition, becoming too much. You have the Europa League, which people don't even watch very much on Thursdays, except if your favorite club is there. And that's why even UEFA themselves, they can see the apathy towards the Europa League, and that's why they are adding incentive. You win it, you get to play in the Champions League group stages the next season. That's a preference that they've given to the winner of the UEFA Europa League, just to make more clubs be a bit more disposed to it. Then if you finish third in the Champions League, you drop to the Europa League, and that's why you have clubs like Inter Milan and Manchester United now in the Europa League. So they know that people are, maybe not feeling that there's too much football competitions going on in the world at the moment. Remember that international games also come to run. It is the same players that you want to be playing all of these competitions.
They'll get tired, honestly.
It's going to be too much for them.
All right, guys, let's go on our first break on the show, and we'll come back from these commercials. Then we'll look at what we'll be expecting in the Olympics that will be taking place this year. Will it go ahead, or will it be indoors, or will it be postponed once again? Let's watch and see. Just sit back and we'll be right back.
When you think durability and great value for your money, only one name comes to mind, and that is Jasobe Auto Care, a subsidiary of Jasobe Global Network Cars and Heavy-Duty Vehicles. Solar battery made in Korea, Everstart battery made in Korea, and GS Yuasa battery made in Japan, and other batteries. At Jasobe Auto Care, we are committed to making our customers happy with our affordable batteries, which are direct from the manufacturers. Jasobe Global Network is a very reliable name in the sale and installation of CCTV cameras for your homes and offices, power backup solutions and components consisting of solar PV module, solar inverter, and sealed maintenance-free batteries. Visit us today at Jasobe Global Network, 59 Akbakaba Road, Benin City, Nigeria, or call us on 0803-8624-858 or log into www.jasobe.com. Jasobe, value for money.
One year in mind, the families of Iragbon and Irunse cordially request the honor of your presence to the one-year remembrance Thanksgiving of our beloved daughter, wife, sister, auntie, mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, late Elder Mrs. Christiana Iweko Irunse. Date, Sunday, 24th January 2021, time 10 a.m. at True Vine Assembly, 25 Ozolwa Avenue off Ekewan Road by Owando Filling Station, Benin City, Edo State. Reception follows immediately at her residence, number 8 Boundary Road off Henry Omorogeva Street, Ubuoko Quarters, Benin City. Signed,
as Grace Uzibo for the family.
Honey?
Yes, dear.
I'm tired of the poor power situation. Every time I stock the fridge, I come back to spoiled food. I think it's about time we go solar.
How?
With Vertical Solar, we can have all our appliances and electronics powered by solar, and they allow us to pay small. We can pay installmentally with as low as 36,000 naira monthly. Spread across 12 months.
Tell me more.
I know you like the idea of paying small. Vertical Solar range of products can power all household devices, including air conditioners and water pumps.
What are the benefits of solar power?
We are talking uninterrupted power supply, no monthly electricity bill, no more spending on generator, and no more generator noise.
I see. But how can I locate Vertical Solar?
Head now to 28 Country Home Metal Road off Ajib Junction, Sapele Road, Benin City, or Blossom Mall beside Stop to Shop stores, DBS Road, Asaba. Or you can call them on 0816-170-1105 or 0703-623-4843. You can also send them an email on info@verticalsolar.com.ng.
Vertical Solar, your lifetime power partners.
Welcome back, and in case you're just joining this frequency, it's Sports Fiesta reaching you live on 2.7 KUFM down here in Benin City. We told you what FIFA said earlier today, that for those that will compete in the European Super League, well, they should be ready to forget about playing international football. And the dream of every player is to play at the biggest football event in the world, which is the FIFA World Cup. So they are talking, and let's see how that will pan out at the end of the day. Would they agree to what FIFA is saying right now, or would they continue with their discussion in order for them to come out with this new format? Well, let's see how that will go. Now, let's talk about the rescheduled Tokyo Games that is supposed to take place this year. The World Athletics President has said that there will be no cancellation or pushing forward the 2020 Olympics, which was supposed to take place last year, but not this year, because other countries have also been given the nod to host the 2024 Olympics, like that nod has been given to Paris and also 2028 Olympics. So he is saying that they will have to play behind closed doors. Ibrahim, I don't understand. This is not club football where you have to play, without fans. I know the clubs have been, going with that, even if they don't like playing without fans. But this is a big competition where you have so many countries coming in and competing in different events. Would they be able to do this, just because of the fact that they don't want to cancel the Olympics or push it because of the COVID-19 cases that is really, really rising all over the world? I don't understand, but from what he is saying right now, what do you think, or what do you make out of this?
If we were just talking about the UEFA Champions League being the most lucrative and the biggest football club competition in the world, and because they saw the way things were going last year, they had to re-strategize, and instead of playing the round of 16 over 2 legs, the ones that weren't played, they played one leg. Instead of playing the quarterfinals over 2 legs, it was just one leg. Instead of playing the semi-finals over 2 legs, it was one leg. The final has always been one leg, so it went that way. Did you see fans at the stadium even during the final of the Champions League? So you think they do not want to fill the 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 seater capacity? Of course, they wanted fans, but because of the prevailing circumstances, they had to consider safety first. So the Olympic Games, yes, it is the biggest sports showpiece in the world, but of course, if we are talking single sports, it is the FIFA World Cup. But because of what is happening, it just simply means that there will not be fans. I mean, we've had competitions, athletics competitions have taken place without fans, and where it was safe to have fans, okay, maybe 5,000 fans coming to watch them. But normally you have thousands of people. There isn't a single vacant seat, especially where you have competitions like the one they call the Blue Ribbon competition of the Olympics, which is the 100 meters men's final, So normally you are going to have people fill the arena, but with what is happening, they've got to really take precaution. in Tokyo right now, in Japan generally, because even the mayor of Osaka is saying that they should postpone it till 2024. But we've just we know that already the host for 2024 is there. So they cannot just move. If you move it to 2024, it means that the host of 2024 will have to go to 2028. The host of 2028 will go to 2032 and so on. So it's going to disrupt so many things. Japan and Tokyo, I think they are already, they must be thinking, if we had known, maybe we'll have contested for the 2024 Olympic Games, because right now it is not good for them at all. Already, the budget has had to be expanded by over $2 billion. That's not what they wanted to do, because when you host competition like this, you are supposed to even make profit. But with what is happening right now, they will be lucky to even make the money that they used in they spent in hosting the games. But because of additional measures they had to put in place due to COVID, they had to spend $2 billion extra. So they just want to ensure that this competition is done. The government of Japan have said, look, we are going to have the competition and it's going to be safe for everybody. If that means that the fans will not be allowed to come out to watch the games, so be it. So let's just have the Olympics and get it out of the way. The alternative will be, of course, to postpone it again, and we know that the more you postpone, the more money it's going to cost you. So maybe they should just an alternative will be to cancel it completely, then move it to 2024, then just talk to the host of 2024. You now host in 2020, you host in 2032. But this is going to just mess up so many things. So the other option would be hold the competition as you have moved it to 2021, then see why. I think this is the one that the Japanese government, the athletics governing body and all other bodies are looking at. The International Olympic Committee and say, let us have this competition, it's already rescheduled, let's have it behind closed doors if that is the situation. But June, July is still far, so maybe before then, perhaps this will improve to the point that they will say, let us have the Olympic Games and let fans come to the venues to watch.
The Tokyo 2020 Chief Executive, as Toshiro Muto said, a global rollout of COVID-19 vaccines could be a key factor in allowing the games to be staged. So between now and June, I'm sure the vaccines,
it's going to start on the 23rd of July.
Okay, the events,
it's going to start on the 23rd of July. So we still have like 6 months in between, 6 to 7 months.
So many people could be vaccinated before then. Okay, let's see how things will go. All right, now back to football, and let's talk about Kevin De Bruyne. Well, Sergio Kun Aguero tested positive. He hasn't been playing. Now you have one of the best midfielders in the world in Kevin De Bruyne, and we hear he will be out for a period of time because of injury. I just hope that this will not affect Manchester City, because they've been very close and they've got an outstanding game, of which if they win that game, that will take them to the top of the table. But now with Kevin De Bruyne, who to me is like 3 players in one, now out for up to 6 weeks, that's in more than 2 weeks. Don't you think this will have a huge effect on Leicester City?
Not Leicester City.
Manchester City.
Definitely. Leicester City also have their problem because
they are tough strikers.
Jamie Vardy out injured, and in fact he's had surgery. So for Kevin De Bruyne, look, I think he is the best midfielder. If I am to really stick it out there, I'll say he's the best midfielder in world football right now, because he gives you absolutely everything. Yeah, Manchester United fans, I know of
Bruno
Fernandes. Come on, Kevin De Bruyne. No, that guy is just something else. So being out for up to 6 weeks is going to be huge for Manchester City. But if there is one team that can cope with the absence of a player as influential as Kevin De Bruyne, maybe it is Manchester City. We've seen Bernardo Silva step up. We've seen some other players really come on. But look, let us not kid ourselves. There is only one Kevin De Bruyne. The kind of passes he makes, the kind of vision he has, the kind of imagination that this player is blessed with, not many in the world have it. So it's going to be a huge miss for them, but I think they can cope. They have shown that they could be resilient. They could really hold their own, even when things are not looking very well for them. They have proven that they can even win matches, dirty if you like, 1-0, 2-1, struggle and get the result. So maybe that's what they will have to do until Kevin De Bruyne comes back. But he is a player that brings so much flair, so much creativity, so much vision to the Manchester City side. So they will definitely miss him.
Okay, the midfielder is suffered injury and they are 2-0 win over Aston Villa, and it's a hamstring injury. Starts this weekend. His absence will start with Saturday's FA Cup 4th round tie at Cheltenham. That is the one they can deal with without Kevin De Bruyne. But he will miss up to about 10 matches, including the Champions League last 16 first leg with Borussia Mönchengladbach on the 24th of February. Okay, that is what is going on. And I told you before that Matt Ryan, Brighton goalkeeper, has joined Arsenal as a backup to Belleno following the sale of Emiliano Martinez to Aston Villa for £17 million. And for Ryan, he has spent a couple of years with them, but he is a backup. He is the second choice right now to Sanchez, the Spaniard at the Seagulls. Okay, that is what we've got for you. But for Odegaard, I don't know. Although the club has the right to send a player to wherever they want him to go.
Yeah, of course. They want him to go to where they feel he will develop, get proper development. You know, when we talk about Nigerian players and young Nigerian stars and, you know, the clubs that they will go to, I usually say, my advice would be, go to Arsenal. Kelechi Iheanacho would have preferred that he went to Arsenal than to Manchester City, but of course, the family felt financially that didn't make more sense, but maybe his development was a bit stunted at Manchester City. I think Arsenal is the best club when it comes to giving youth the opportunity. Look at Bukayo Saka, for instance. Look at Emil Smith Rowe and what he's doing. So many. I know other clubs, the academies can really do well, but when you compare it, you see that players that come through the academy at Arsenal, young players, they usually get the opportunities to shine, because Arsenal went for Arsene Wenger, who was there for over 20 years, was never shy of blooding young talent. And all the managers that have come after him have also followed in that tradition. So Arsenal is a very good side for young players to develop. So for Odegaard, Real Madrid feel that this is the place that he should go to. He wanted Real Sociedad, left to him, he will have gone there, but Real Madrid felt, no, we cannot be strengthening a domestic rival. Instead, we will want you to go to Arsenal. Good deal, and we know that at Arsenal he's going to get that opportunity to blossom, and then maybe if Real Madrid are happy with what they see, then of course they will get their player back. Otherwise, they could sell him for good money to Arsenal.
All right, that's the much we can take right now. And before we start picking the calls,
Jamie Vardy, he will. They said he's going to undergo hernia surgery, and that will sideline him for a couple of years.
That reminds me, Brian. Somebody said that Emilieski said that Kelechi Iheanacho is not the right person to fill in the boots of Vardy at the moment. And we also hear that RB Leipzig are being linked to Kelechi Iheanacho. Don't you think this is the right time for the Super Eagles striker to really make a statement as, okay, yes, let me, take over the place of Jamie Vardy?
Well, I don't think right now at Leicester City you have anybody that can take the place of Jamie Vardy. Vardy is an out-and-out striker. Kelechi Iheanacho isn't. Yeah. And Jamie Vardy, even right now, even at, I think he's 34 now, he can still walk into basically every team you have in the English Premier League, including Manchester City, including Manchester United, including Chelsea, including Liverpool. He can walk into any team and be a super regular there. So really there is no replacement right now for him. I don't think Kelechi Iheanacho is a fantastic player, don't get me wrong, but I think he is more of an assist striker. He's a supporting striker, not a top nine. He can play as a top nine, he can hold his own as a top nine, but when you want that real killer instinct and everything, I think it is better off for Kelechi Iheanacho to be playing off a main striker. So if Emil Heskey is saying that he is not going to be the replacement for Jamie Vardy, I think he has a point. Maybe he's looking at it from that perspective. But having said that, I don't think there is even anybody that can really replace Jamie Vardy. But look, maybe this is even going to blow the title race wide open again, because Manchester City have lost their most influential player, and Leicester City now, who are knocking on the door, who dominated Chelsea a couple of days back, are also right now going to be missing their talisman for a couple of games, and who knows, maybe his absence could have a negative impact on the rest of the team. So maybe the championship race is going to be blown open, and perhaps some clubs that were faltering before will look at this and try and get back into it. But Leicester City are going to miss Jamie Vardy. I hope, I'm hoping that this will mean more playing chances for Kelechi Iheanacho. I hope he grabs the opportunity. And does one Kelechi Iheanacho, you look at him and say, okay, he's not done that awfully, but you feel there's something wrong. You feel there's something missing. You feel he could have been much better than he is. He's that kind of player that whatever he does at the moment, you just feel this guy could be better.
He needs regular playing time, honestly. But at the moment, he cannot bench Jamie Vardy, except now that he's out injured.
He doesn't even have to bench him. That's what I'm saying. He's not a direct replacement
for the
he could play alongside Jamie Vardy. He could play with Jamie Vardy. So why is he not able to break into that team? The performances have not been consistent. That is basically the problem with Kelechi Iheanacho. With the Super Eagles, we saw him now in Benin. You know, so it's I think he needs to. It's not about the talent, because you know he's got it. So there are maybe the mentality. He needs to step up and say, yes, I am not that kid that played in the under-17 World Cup. That was 7 years ago. That was in 2013. Even going to 8 years now. You know, so it's time that he should be stepping out there and being the main guy. He has matured in football, so he's got to really step up and do stuff for himself.
All right, we hope that the young man will become like Osimhen. You know, that is what we're expecting from him. But right now, the Osimhen has taken over the striker's position in the Super Eagles. Okay, we've got something from Fred before we open the phone lines.
It's about the match coming up tomorrow. Fred Newton went to the venue, and this was the report that he put together.
Yeah. Good evening, viewers. This is Western Boys High School. The Edo State Community Football Field, sited at Western Boys High School compound. You can see the football field, and you can see the grass is still green, well maintained by the Edo State management. This is the venue for the all-important novelty football match in honor of our own son, our brother, one of Edo State's finest football developer and a football stakeholder, Comrade Sonny Osayende. Friends, family members, and the Edo State government will be right here on Saturday to honor this great man for all his achievements so far in sport development, not only in Edo State, in Nigeria at large. So you can see the stage is set. You can see the capacity, the stand. The seats are clean, and the football field is cleared. It's just for the organizers to put a finishing touch in the area of lining of the field and get the security on board. Like we said, in this match, if you don't come with your face mask, there's no entry. There's no way you'll be part of the celebration. No face mask, no entry. No face mask, no entry. At the point of entry at the gate, security men will be on ground to see to it that you come with your face mask. And if you don't have any, the organizers have already made available face masks and hand sanitizer for everyone that will be coming to enjoy and to celebrate with our own Comrade Sonny Osayende come Saturday 23rd January 2021. Thank you, and we want to appreciate the Edo State government for providing this standard, like I said, I will say it again, standard football field in Ikobai Aziz, in the Pobaka local government. And we appreciate them, and we are looking forward to more of this standard football field across the 18 local government. Thank you very much, and God bless you. See you on Saturday. My name is Fred Newton Eruse, reporting live from Western Boys High School, Benin City, Kubai. Thank you.
Correspondent.
He's trying to take your job. He forgot that this was a radio station, and he kept because it's a video.
Yeah. Look at it. Yeah.
Our audience can't see it because we are already.
Well, that was great and that was good. I think thumbs up to Fred himself for reporting from the Western Boys High School where the match will take place tomorrow. Okay, guys, hit us up right now and let's have your contribution on the show this evening. 070-6263-9275, 090-3939-4427, and 081-2178-9154. SMS line 080-7400-9076. Hello.
Hello.
Danjuma, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Welcome, Danjuma.
For the Olympics, they don't sit time last year because of coronavirus. So, we don't need to sit time again. You know, the coronavirus is there, but no, they find you, they think with the tournament, so that the tournament will come up for grant. To sit time again, you know, the Olympics good. They say they want to sit time. The weather council the next 10 years, so the better thing to know the tournament. For Liverpool, I believe this will happen to them now, and for two, like this year are not tired. For the past 3 years, this year they do great thing for Liverpool. Now they are paying. So we need to find a way to balance the team so that they will keep going and going.
All right, thank you, Danjuma. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your name and your location, please.
This kid is calling from Abuja. Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. How is the capital city right now?
Bless God. Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening. I just want to ask Lampard is still the manager of Chelsea. I went back.
He's still the manager now.
You guys have come again. We didn't talk about Chelsea. But let me tell you this. Lampard is still the manager of Chelsea. And from what we are getting from Chelsea insiders, he will be given the next 3 games. So 3-match ultimatum. The next game will be against Luton Town in the FA Cup, and then they play against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And who else?
Nice one.
Yeah, they've got 2 matches in the
Premier League
and 1 in the FA Cup. So Lampard at the moment has been told that he needs to turn things around in these 3 games, otherwise he will get the boots.
Okay.
Okay, please, I want to ask a question. Do you think that all those Chelsea players, do you think that it's Fatigue that is wrong with that big expensive goal of this?
Fatigue? No. We can't use Fatigue now. Fatigue, they've not played more matches than other clubs now. Everybody, they played basically the same number of matches, except maybe because of COVID, 1 or 2 games were postponed in the league. But every team plays the same number of games. So they can't claim Fatigue. No, that's not it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, brother. Your name and your location.
This is William calling from Igusa.
Oh, William, you are welcome. Go ahead.
I guess you can remember me.
William?
No, the man that predicted Man United to win the league.
Okay.
To remind you.
No problem. No, they are still on top. We are watching now.
No, I'm ready to leave the trophy.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening. Bless you. Have a nice day.
You too. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, Walter.
My brother, you're welcome. Your name and where you're calling from?
Henry from Radio.
Come again.
Henry from Radio.
Is it your first time of calling?
No. I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to talk about the Super League. The if I start, because
when the Super League is being organized, there will no other league, the Premier League and the Premier League and the Spanish League, they will die off. Or somebody will watch Premier League and
let's hope you try and get us back so that we can get your contribution. All right, you can continue to hit us up, so let's have yours. They won't take on the show. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Daniel. I'm coming from Benin.
Daniel from Benin, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to talk about Manchester United. Yeah, I don't know about the transfer of Jesse Lingard, if he has made it much.
No, nothing yet. If there's anything concrete, we'll let you know.
Okay.
It's been linked to a French league, French Ligue 1 side, but it hasn't gone through.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate the work you guys are doing.
Thank you very much.
Very nice work.
Okay, talking about players leaving and coming for Fikayo Tomori. We just got an update that he has touched down at Milan Airport, and his loan move to AC Milan appears to be on the brink of completion. And they're even thinking it could be a line for this weekend's Serie A game. Hello. I'm Chelsea. Good evening.
Good evening. It's not 3 months Jones and they're already give Lampard. What about if Love just smile at him and he won the 3 matches? After the 3 matches, he flop again. So, when I just say, okay, you don't try your best, just try elsewhere. Because me myself personally, I don't have any confidence of Lampard taking Chelsea anywhere in this season. I don't think we are going to leave the top 4 if we continue like this. This is 19 matches. Chelsea is just 59 points. How many points we don't throw away? It's very poor. I know that the team at the top, they are not too, the point is not too much like that, about 12 or maybe 11 points or 12 points. But Chelsea goal is the worst. I don't want Lampard to continue. So I wish them all the best, my dear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We are getting reports that a deal has been agreed and medical booked for £45 million rated defender, talking about Dayot Upamecano. So let's hope Chelsea completes that deal. Maybe that will strengthen the team. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question.
What's your name? Where are you calling us from for your question?
Azad is my name, from my brother.
Azad?
Yeah, from my brother.
From Azad. Okay, go ahead.
I want to ask a question.
Please, where are you? That place is noisy. Can you leave that place you are?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better. Go ahead.
Concerning back pass, I don't understand that it's done. Because I'm a upcoming referee.
Okay. What's the issue with the back pass?
I thought normally back pass is supposed to be a penalty when the keeper handles the ball passing by his men.
No, it's an indirect hit. It's not a penalty.
Okay. So how many steps am I supposed to count in that case?
Indirectly, normally you give 10 yards now.
10 yards, even if it's in the 18, from the 18?
Yeah, you have to give, when it is, I think when it is less than 10 yards, what they do is they have to be on the line. On the line, you know, the goal line. Yeah, they have to be form the wall. That's the only place that they can form that wall. But back pass, if a goalkeeper catches it, it's not a penalty. It's an indirect free kick that is given.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's look at the SMS. I'm sure we have.
Okay. We've got just one or two. Please, you can send your SMSs to 08074909076. This one says, "Good day, men of sport. Please, Oga Ibrahim, will spectators be allowed at Western Boys for tomorrow's match? Musa from New Benin." Yes, spectators will be allowed, but they have told you, please wear your face mask. If possible, come with hand sanitizer. But even if you don't, the organizers will provide it. But you know that there is a statewide mask mandate. So it means that wherever you are going, so you have to move from one point before you get to Western Boys. You have to board a vehicle, or even if you decide to trek. Once you're in public, there is a state mandate, wear your face mask, otherwise you could even be arrested. So ensure that you are there with your face mask, and social distancing will be observed. So please obey the rules. When they tell you stand here, don't stand here, sit here, don't sit here, please obey them, but fans will be allowed. Oga Ibra, Luis Suarez and Edison Cavani, who is older among them, or are they in age bracket? I think they are basically the same age. Edison Cavani should be 33. I think Luis Suarez too is 33 or 34. If we have time before the end of the show, I'll give you the exact ages, but they are very close in age. Good evening, sportsmen. Concerning Iheanacho, I hope he gets playing time at Leicester now. If he cannot get into the team with Radi out, he should be considering a move. If it's RB Leipzig, as long as he gets to play. Thank you for the good work. Matt from Satellite Road. All right, those are the messages that we have.
All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, sorry, please try and call back. Hello. I thought that call has ended. Jose Moria, that's what Jose knows. We're so sorry, because I know Jose is a spoken one. Hello. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Greetings from Jerry.
Oh, Josie, yeah, you're lucky. All right, go ahead.
Yes, I am a fan of KUFM. I love you guys, you know. One day, a friend of mine was contacted by a sister radio station to contact me to be a guest analyst. I accepted, but they said I have to be on the bench for you guys to have an intermediate competition. I said no, I declined, because I cannot be against KUFM on the bench. In the technical crew. I told them I'm traveling, I'm sorry I cannot do that. Anyway, that's how important KUFM is for me. Yes, so I want to speak about yesterday evening. Liverpool beating. Very, very happy. I was very happy. It made my day, my month, maybe my year already. You know, nobody's untouchable in football. For the first time since April 2017, in Anfield, a so-called bottom team defeated, the Lions in his own house. I'm sure the Red fans now, the right side of the Red, the Liverpool fans will know that anything can happen to anybody. So you don't laugh at people when you are still very young. So I'm very happy. Burnley is a very good side yesterday, especially against Liverpool at home. So they did very well. I'm very, 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 very happy. So it's through the title race open. Doesn't mean I'm supporting Manchester City or Man United. I still believe as a Chelsea fan, anything can happen. Should there be a managerial change? This is what I'm praying for. Anything can happen. Also, I wish Pochettino good luck with his head, with his managerial appointment with his former team. I heard he contracted coronavirus. Yeah. So I want him to be well, a speedy recovery. I wish him. Also, I want Chelsea fans to know that we don't hate Lampard. We are not calling for his head. We are only calling for his back. They are two different things. So we should pray in this way and say, okay, I've tried. This is not now. He could come back. This happened. So once again, up bowling. Yesterday evening I was bowling. Very, very happy. So since I'm beat Liverpool at home, that is very it's a good news for me. The club should know that anybody can be beaten at home. This is not Stamford Bridge. This is Anfield. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Yeah, Burnley is the other team that Chelsea will play after.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, then for Edison Cavani and Luis Suarez, they are basically the same age. They are both 33, but Luis Suarez is older by a couple of weeks. Luis Suarez was born in January, while Edison Cavani was born in February.
All right, I will take this and we'll send out. Okay, will be the last caller on the show this evening. Just one call, and we'll take our leave this evening. Before then, I'll quickly give you a transfer update right now, and that concerns former Chelsea player who has now been loaned to Kasim Pasa, talking about Danny Drinkwater. I take this and we'll sign out. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Your name and your location. It's got just 50 seconds and it starts now. Come again.
Babaji from Kobahi.
Okay, go ahead quickly.
The tomorrow match at Western West, what time is it?
It's going to start at 3 p.m. But I don't know when would the kick off, but from 3 p.m. fans can start doing that.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, this is the much we can say.
So let's go so that we'll be done with the text messages. This one says, good evening, my professors of sports. I want to know the confirmed signings in this January transfer for the English Premier League. We'll do that for you tomorrow. Well done, men of sports. Chelsea need a commanding number 10 who can hold on to the ball at the middle of the park. I'm from Muselu.
All right, thank you guys. That's the much we can take. Many thanks to you for being part of the show, and to my strike partner Salih Ibrahim for joining me on the show this evening. My name is Ren Fegosa. We can discuss my show. See you tomorrow at 3:30. It's going to be a 3-hour show, and you have the chance to partake, ask questions, and demand for a request for anthems.